not through this process. They know it's a busy time for me. I really have barely any time to talk to my family throughout this time. But no, I'm blessed and fortunate to have close relationships with Marino, Fitzgerald. All those guys always constantly reached out during chemo, constantly reached out after saying good luck before games. So I feel blessed to be having a great relationship. But it's all just the simple stuff. Just do you, be yourself. That's really the best advice we can give anybody is be yourself because there's no faking that.
Training.
Say it again?
What do you talk to Le'Veon?
I don't talk to Le'Veon every day. Yeah, nah.
Training out in California with Ben, did he give you any advice, and did he tell you anything about prepping for this?
Same thing. Just be yourself. Have fun with it. Enjoy the process. He knows I've overcame a lot, and I know that too. And so, yeah, me and Ben, cool. Both under the sign with Rep Women's Sports. Brian Toner, phenomenal guy. So, yeah, just blessed to have that relationship with Ben.
Do you think with everything you
No, go ahead.
Do you think with everything you've overcome, going forward into the NFL, you have an advantage over anybody else? Like you have a tenacity that nobody else can really understand?
For sure. That's what I like to explain to the coaches. I asked the coaches here, I said, what do you guys want at running back? And then they said, a toughness guy, that's a no-brainer. My mental toughness and my physical toughness, I feel is second to none. I just been through so much, I think I'm more determined than any running back in the class, and just willing to make sacrifices and do whatever it takes. I've showed that.
So you ask questions.
If they ask me, you have any questions for me? I ask my question. I ask, what did I like in a running back? And me and Ben are 1-on-1 in ping pong. He beat me the first game. I beat him the second game, and then he had to run. His family had some food waiting, and then so game 3 is on the way.
Is he gonna be in Pittsburgh or California?
I don't know.
How many interviews have you done so far?
I've done a couple. I got some more tonight, and but mainly at the train station is where we go and sit, and all the running back coaches are there, and you just sit down. It's like speed dating, and they want to get to know the background real quick, and you just give them the rundown.
James, the NFL Combine interview process is known for its unusual questions. What's the most unusual question you've gotten so far?
Nothing. Really, those guys. I'm getting a lot of congrats, which I didn't really expect. Well, I expected it, but this is a business, and so. But all of the teams and the scouts, a lot of them are just saying congrats, and what you went through is awesome, and how I defeated it. So that's what I've been getting a lot of congratulations.
James, it's unusual, I guess, for an athlete, like any athlete to go through what it is. Did you reach out to anybody like Mark Harrison or anybody who might have gone through this before to get their advice on how they overcame their cancer treatments?
I didn't talk to who you said, but Gavin Escobar, tight end for the Cowboys, was out there in California too training, and he had testicular cancer when he was at San Diego State. And he said the same thing I said. What did they look at you? How were they scared about it coming back? And he said no. He heard a lot of congrats too as well. So he said, just be yourself, and people want to be a part of that. They want. It's a great story to tell, and teams want to be a part of it. So I'm just looking forward to draft day.
Would it be important?
I've heard it before, like with areas where new turf was put in and people playing soccer on it. But that's football, and that's not going to change. So it is what it is.
Are you using this to maybe get your message out to more people through this forum?
Yeah. Well, right now I'm focused on playing football and getting an opportunity to make an NFL team. So later down the line, when I'm successful, then we can start talking about the platform I'm on. But right now I just have tunnel vision and trying to make the most of this opportunity.
James, is there an ideal scenario that you see yourself with a blocking fullback, tight end, and versatile enough?
Good question. Not too much. No, I know I believe I'm a traditional running back. I'm inside between the tackles. I think my ability to break tackles and yards after contact is how in my yards is what makes me. So I believe I'll be successful in any system. And I'm just asking for an opportunity.
The consensus seems to be that this is an especially deep running back class. As a member of it, how much do you really concede?
I feel it's a great running back class. There's a lot of big names here, but at the end of the day, I'm competing with myself, and I'm trying to look good for these scouts. So a lot of competition here. I feel it's a great time for me to enter the draft. That's why I did it, with the need of running back in the NFL. So just blessed.
What kind of questions are you getting from scouts here about your long-term health, your recovery from cancer, and all that?
Not many questions. Like I said, I'm hearing a lot of congrats, actually. I had a clean scan last Thursday, so I'm up to date, and they all got a copy of that. So there's really no more questions about it. I'm healthy, and myself and just ask for opportunities.
James, what about pass protection? They say that's the toughest thing for a college running back to transition with the NFL. What have you been doing to kind of ease that transition, make it as smooth as possible?
What was awesome with my Rep One Sports family, Jared Goff, Carson Wentz, Ben Roethlisberger, they were all out there, and we were on the board, and they were helping me with protections. Ryan Lindley, I was with Mitch Trubisky too. I was his quarterback's coach, and so we were all together. And now I feel confident as ever with talking to coaches about pass protection, and I know all my stuff about it, so I'm confident with that.
James, as a bigger back, are the speed drills more important for you or less important because it's not necessarily all your game?
I think it's all important, but to be honest, the film is what tells it all. At the end of the day, those teams are going to go back and look at the film and draft who they like, and I believe my film is good, it's great, so I'm just relying on that film, really.
James, did you get to run routes with Carson and catch balls?
I did, yep. Yeah, Ben was throwing to me, Carson was throwing a lot of, so it was awesome. I was running all the routes that we running here, and so I'm excited to showcase it.
James, one of the biggest things you hear this week is a lot of player comparisons.
Say it again?
One of the biggest things you hear this week is a bunch of player comparisons. If you had to compare yourself to an active or retired NFL running back right now, who would that be?
I've always been a fan of Marshawn Lynch. I like Marshawn Lynch and I like Frank Gore. Just the consistency of those two. The running style I feel is very similar to me, who I try to emulate. So yeah, Marshawn and Frank is my two all-time favorites. My biggest inspiration, the easy answer is my good friend Eric Berry, with just another athlete, same exact cancer, returned to the field just like I did, just like he did. And so yeah, him, same exact thing. So that's just one of my big inspirations is Eric. One of my biggest role models is my former teammate Aaron Donald. I just remember being a young freshman at Pitt, watching the way he would work. Unbelievable. I never seen nothing like it, the way he works, and I try to take that from him, just with the work ethic. So my role model is Aaron Donald, it's my big brother, and Eric Berry, that's almost inspiration. Yeah, it just shows that great organization like the Chiefs believed in him for him to do that, and it just shows that you can come back after going through something like we went through and still be successful. So it gives hope, really.
James, what did you come to appreciate about Nate Peterman?
Nate, that's one of my all-time favorites. That's my guy. That's my leader. He's just a great person, on and off the field. And Nate, he is just unbelievable because always constantly motivating us on the field, on the sidelines, in the huddle. He's just a great person, and he's gonna make an NFL team very happy because he's more than capable.
What do you think he's going to show teams that are looking for in terms of passing ability?
They like to say, use the term NFL arm, and I've seen some of the throws he makes in practice and in games. It's like, yeah, he's the real deal. So I believe he's going to be most talked about quarterback.
James, your next door neighbor on the south side, Le'Veon, has a unique running style. Do you take anything from him, or is it too unique?
Yeah, I think Eli made that up, his own style, and it's successful for him. So, man, it takes some special talent to run like Le'Veon runs. So. He's been successful doing that. I think I've been pretty successful the way I run. So,
can you afford to be that patient at all? Like that?
After, well, he didn't run like that his first year, So I think after he established a name for himself in the league, he was like, okay, let me try something new. But me, I'm gonna stick to what I know, and if I don't know, I'll talk to him. Maybe it'll help me later. But
have you talked to him? Have you communicated?
No, I've talked to him before, but not about the process or anything.
Playing in a more traditional offensive Pitt, does that help you prepare for the NFL, you think?
Yeah, for sure. Under center, power, old school football. So I played for 3 different coordinators, so I feel like I'm ready for any type of offense. I can run out the gun, I can run from underneath. So I'm excited for any offensive, really.
James, you caught the ball a lot more your senior year. How was that, and do you feel like you still have some development to do there? You can show even more than you did in your senior year?
Yeah, I can be a 3-down back. I can catch, I can block out the backfield. I showed that more my last year at Pitt. So I'm looking forward to showing off the hands out there and at Pro Day.
There's some room in the Steelers backfield this year. Are you hearing anything from there?
Say it again, who?
The Steelers, your next door neighbors, your workout plan?
I believe the Steelers are interested. I don't have any meetings with them tonight, but I got meetings with other teams, and so those are the teams I'm focused on. But I'm playing all out for any team who gives me the opportunity. If it's the Steelers, that'd be awesome. It'll be, I played at Heinz Field throughout college, so if that's how it goes, then that's awesome. But if not, that's awesome too.
Have you met with the 49ers?
Have not.
Thanks.
You have a clean scan on Thursday. Will you have scans in the future, or is that something you're even worried about?
Yeah, I'll be monitored for the first 2 years. So yeah, we'll be monitored for the first 2 years.
The old knee injury, is that even more of a concern?
No, we've had like 5 different stations of medicals, and every doctor, they all knew who did my knee surgery, Dr. Volker Masal, and they was like, yeah, that knee's 30, it's stable. I'm almost saying it's better than the left knee for how good the repair was. A lot of people think it was first it was an MCL, not an ACL, and it was just a repair. It was a clean tear, they tacked it back down, now it's stronger than before. It wasn't a reconstruction, so some of the doctors had it wrong. So just an MCL repair, and I don't even think about it, really.
You gonna get a chance to see, Nate and Biz, Dorian, those guys here?
Yeah, I've seen them already. I've seen Dorian, seen my tight end Scott Orndorff, and seen Biz too. Seen Nate. We all ate together, and I seen him miss through the hallways. It's a real busy time, so I'm still seeing them. I didn't see my man Juan yet. We're still waiting to see Juan Price.
What's it like, being able to represent the university as a group like this on this stage?
It's awesome, I'll forever be a Pitt man. Pitt's always a piece of me, so anytime I can represent the university I'm from, I'm all for it. The same. I've heard nothing but congrats. Yep, and mental toughness and physical toughness. I believe that's the best of both worlds. So hopefully one of them take me early. Yeah, they make copies of it, and so all the teams have it. Yep, but this scan paperwork. Yep.
Does it matter what round you go in at this point?
It does not. I've been overcoming the odds my whole life, really. Starting with high school, I've had 3 scholarship offers coming out of high school, and for me to go to Pitt. Second all-time leading rusher, touchdowns, break multiple records. Not like the NFL, and if I go undrafted, I'm still going in there and compete, and giving everything I got to make a team and make somebody proud.
Has anybody ever asked you about defensive play?
Yeah.
Any of the coaches now?
No, not too much. Just on Twitter, but none of my meetings about it.
James, your ball carrying is well established. What kind of versatility do you feel like you can offer an NFL team? Maybe you didn't get to show as much at Pitt because of the scheme.
The passing game, and I'm willing to show that off there. I've been answering a lot of questions about blitz pickups, and I'm more than capable of picking those blitzes up and catching the ball. So out there in pro day, I'm gonna show it off.
You feel confident in your route running?
Yes, sir. Very confident.
All right.